Hi, I'm Pamela Poole at Pamela Poole Fine Art, and I live an amazing life as an artist and an author. I'm in my studio today, and it's been a while since I've been here. The last time we were together, I was in the studio talking to you about what I was planning, what was going through my mind as I created a painting called Southport Sales. And it was from a recent trip back in December to Southport, North Carolina, a place I had not been before. And I wanted to share with you what I was thinking when I was going to create a scene from that trip. And I took this photo there. I'm using it as my reference photo. I'll refresh your memory. This is, if I put it against here, you can see that the colors are very much alike. This is a lot of sailboats out in the harbor there. And Oak Island is in the background along the horizon line. When I'm finished with this, Oak Island will be on there. There won't be sky meets water. It will be sky meets earth. It will be meeting the island, and that will break up some of the blues that are going on in the background. So let's talk about what I'm doing today. I did finish the sky, and hopefully I have finished the sky. If I mess up with a sailboat, I may end up having to brush back over and make some changes. But if I have done my job correctly, you will just think of this sky as background. I didn't want to have some amazing sky. I think skies are wonderful. I'm a sky watcher. I don't know about you. Nighttime, daytime, sunsets are my favorite. I love to watch the skies. It just makes me feel like so much a part of what God has done in creation, and just gives me an appreciation for Him. And so when I make the sky here, I don't want it to be the thing. The thing is the sailboat, and we artists call that our focal point. So what I'm going to be trying to do is just have the sky, it's there, it has to be finished, it has to be complete, but if I've done my job correctly, you won't even think about it. It will just be part of the whole picture. You won't pick that out as something separate. It's something that just adds to the whole painting. Also, I want to explain to you how I'm doing something different with this painting than what a lot of artists will do. A lot of professional artists will stress over, well, maybe it's not stress for them, but it's kind of stressful to me. They will have to come up with a color scheme for a painting. Typically, I lean towards bright paintings. I like vivid color. This painting, truly, I just want it to be about relaxing. That was what the day for me in Southport was. I am trying to recreate my feelings of that day, my experiences there in the harbor, and of seeing all those sailboats. It was a joy. And so that's what I'm trying to create. And as I explained to you in my last video, having a horizon line come all the way across here, a distinct horizon line, creates a psychological sense for people of relaxation, calm, groundedness. A lot of people really like having a relaxation point like that in the painting, the horizon line. In this one, that's going to be distinct. I don't always paint paintings with that in it, but I'm going to try with this one. Next, though, I wanted to explain to you another thing I did not do, along with not drawing a value study, which I would typically do. I would work with a sketch pad, something. I would create lights and darks of this. I would rearrange things, and I would turn a reference photo into something I only looked at for color. But I would go back to my value sketch for my composition, and composition is king. That is why it's not a good idea to look at someone else's photo and paint your own pictures, because if you do that, you are using their composition. It's not your original work, because you didn't come up with how everything is playing together in that painting. So I want to tell you about the next little rule that I broke. I knew enough about it to break it. I am using a color chart rather than going to a color wheel, which you probably learned about in elementary school. You know, the primaries, red, blue, those are all on a color wheel, but there are plenty of other colors in between, the whole gamut of colors in between all that. And the way if you mix them, it grays them down. Well, I didn't want to get into a lot of that with you. And frankly, since this is 4 colors of blue plus white, and this is a lot of this mix with some yellow and something else thrown in, I didn't have any distinct colors to give you. A lot of people in a demo want to know, what's the name of that color? I don't have a name of that color. For me, this is Southport Sky Blue and Southport Marina Blue. Whatever, it's going to be what it is going to be. I'm going to tell you in a little bit how I'm going to have more harmony between these 2 colors. I chose a color chart that had this blue from the painting. Remember, the last time it was just a canvas, and from this I have a blue that is my key color. As long as I stay within the range of this color chart, I should have no problem with harmony in this painting. I also know that I want to add a little pop of something else, which is the complement of blue. It'll be a yellowy orange sort of color probably, but I'm not gonna commit to that at this point. It depends on whether I like it or whether I want to put something else in there. So I am going to try doing a painting just from this color chart, and it is a professionally put together combination of colors that they say, they guarantee is going to all work together in a room if you put them all in there. So we will see. I'm going with their ideas, and we're going to see how this works out. I'm not going to, if you need color study, as you're going to really pursue art as more than just having some fun, you really should do some color chart learning, learn about things like complements and triads and things like that. You do need to know about those. But I know enough about them to bend the rules a little bit and do my own thing. That's what we're going to do here. We're having fun. It doesn't matter if this painting is a success or not. You'll be learning along with me about what goes through an artist's mind when they paint. If it works, then we've got a bonus. I've got a painting called Southport Sales that I can hang up or sell, whatever works out. All right, so I want to tell you a little bit. I told you that, yes, this is a different blue than this, and you may even think that just doesn't go together. Well, this chart says it does. And so what I'm going to trust is that once I get sailboats in here taking up some of the water space, I hope to not touch the sky, except with paint for a sailboat and things like that. But the water is going to be very different when I'm finished. I'm going to be putting more of the sky colors. There'll be some surf. There will be boat reflections. And so there's going to be a lot going on in this water. When I'm finished, if I've done my job right, you won't really notice that this is much different from that. It's going to all blend in harmony. I'm looking for harmony, unity, all of this for the relaxation that I'm striving for in this painting. So that's how far along I am right now. I hope to have another painting day the next couple of days. Maybe I'll be able to get some of it recorded. We're going to see how life goes. I have priorities that have to happen before I can get in my studio. But I hope that in the meantime, if you are working on something creative and inspiring, that you have a wonderful creative life, that you just enjoy what you're doing and not stress out too much. The whole point is to get rid of the stress, not to have the stress. And until next time, that's it for today in my studio. Thanks so much for joining me.